Thank you all very much. Where'd you go? Ashley, thank you very much. Ashley mentioned skydiving. I hope she enjoyed it as much as I did. I love the sensation of free falling at 120 miles an hour. But Barbara, my Barbara, was not quite as keen on the entire undertaking. After my first parachute, not first, but one of the early ones out in Mesa, Arizona, I finished strong, down by myself, landed on the sands of Mesa, and turned to Barbara and said, "What do you think about that one?" She said, "I haven't seen a free fall like that since the '92 election." So then, I'm not saying that she didn't appreciate it, but on my 80th birthday, I made another jump. She said, "One way or another, this is going to be your final jump." Well, it ought to have been a kinder and gentler way to say that, but let me salute Governor Lynch. The reviews on him are absolutely fantastic, the job he's doing for this state. And of course, my friend of long standing, dear Bonnie Newman, who's led this university, short period of time, but with tremendous success. And I want to salute Nancy Kinner, Dr. Kinner, and all the distinguished guests, and all the broke but happy parents out there. And not the least of whom that we should salute today is the class of 2007. God bless you all. Let me start by saluting the faculty, professors, faculty members, those who dedicate their lives to teaching, and in so doing are helping us build a better, more hopeful future of life, one mind at a time. You know, our teachers, and I salute them and commend those who dedicate their lives to this meaningful, objective way. In a very real sense, one of the great struggles we face is the battle of young minds for young minds around the entire world. On one side, you got civilized institutions like this one, University of New Hampshire, who encourage critical thinking in their students, teach them to embrace the world around them, and celebrate diversity and favor dialogue over conflict. On the other side, however, the tens of thousands of madrasas operating in countries like Pakistan and others, many of whom preach a virulent strain of the Quran and encourage open hatred of the United States and our fellow liberal democracies in the West. Make no mistake, I believe the best way to breach the fault lines that runs between these two worlds, these two very different camps, is to ensure that we send forth more young men and women in the world who are rooted in the traditions that animate schools like this great university here, the University of New Hampshire. I think that gives us all the more reason to celebrate you, the class of 2007, as you head out into the world. And as you do, in pulling up anchor and leave this harbor where you're prepared for the challenging journey ahead, no matter what course you set for yourself on the open seas of life, sometimes troubled, sometimes calm, I hope you'll find ways to be of service to others. That doesn't mean you have to run for office, but I do hope you'll find a way to strengthen your community and help lift the lives of those who need a hand. I cannot tell you the selfish pleasure I get out of working with President Clinton, trying to help the Katrina victims, trying to help the tsunami victims. It's a very selfish feeling I have in my heart that we can be out there transcending politics, doing something to help others. I got more out of a kick of being one of the co-founders of the YMCA in Midland, Texas, back in 1952, than almost anything I've done. We did something positive. We helped a lot of great kids by doing it. And my point is, you don't have to be a president to be a leader and to touch the lives of your fellow countrymen. All you have to do is care and roll up your sleeves and claim one of the society's problems as your own. Of course, as you branch out into the real world today and start your own careers and families, I'm going to make a prediction. You'll be surprised how much wisdom your parents gain over the next few years. Of course, the earliest lessons we learn come from our parents, but don't expect the advice giving to stop after you graduate from college, or even if you become president of the United States. My mom who was a leader in our family, would give me advice I'll never forget what she told me after the first State of the Union she watched. I was sitting over the President Reagan's shoulder. Tip O'Neill was sitting over here. And I get back to the VP house, and the chief petty officer said, "Your mother's calling, sir." And I'm going, uh-oh. And she said, "George, it's wonderful seeing my own son sitting up there." I said, "You sent him?" "Yes, but I've never seen my own boy there, but I noticed something." I said, "What'd you notice?" She said, "I noticed that when Reagan was talking to the nation, you were talking to Tip O'Neill." So what did this kid do? I said, "He started it," and he had. He started it. And my final thought today is simply an encouragement to dream big. Unless you're Shirley MacLaine, you only get one shot at this life. And it can be lonely and scary at times. And you no doubt experience failure in one form or fashion along the way. But if you look around you today, you can see why you're never truly alone. Look at the friends you've made. Never neglect them. Look at your family and count your blessings for family. I hope, too, you can look not only to your faith, but also to your country. So be bold in your caring, be bold in your dreaming, and above everything else, always do your best for yourself, for your family, and yes, for the greatest country on the face of the earth. Do these things and more, and when you sit at a grandchild's graduation, 50 years from now, you'll be able to look back at the tapestry of your life and find that it's rich and full. And I could wishing nothing more for each of you. So congratulations on this very special day in your lives. And thank you for inviting me to be a small part of it. May God bless you all. Thank you.